Part 2. From Internal Purges to the Cultural Revolution Catastrophe Part I explored the early campaigns that set the stage for Mao's high-pressure governance. Part 2 examines the campaign to eliminate counter-revolutionaries, the Anti-Rightist Campaign, the Great Famine, and the Cultural Revolution, revealing how these events escalated social trauma, claiming tens of millions of lives and afflicting countless others. 1. Campaign to eliminate counter-revolutionaries. Expanding internal purges from 1955 to 1957, the CCP launched the campaign to eliminate counter-revolutionaries to root out hidden counter-revolutionaries and Taiwan spies within party organs, revolutionary groups, and democratic factions. Sparked by the case of the Hufeng counter-revolutionary clique, the campaign swept through 18 million state employees. Mao set a target of identifying about 5% bad elements, prompting widespread investigations. According to Public Security Minister Luo Reiching, the campaign uncovered over 100,000 counter-revolutionaries, including 5,000 party members and 260 county-level cadres. Declassified archives revealed that 1.4 million intellectuals and cadres were targeted, with 214,000 arrested, 22,000 executed, and 53,000 dying unnaturally. The campaign's arbitrariness produced countless injustices, ruining lives on baseless charges. This purge not only cleansed the party but also foreshadowed the anti-rightist campaign, as intellectuals and cadres grew wary of political traps. 2. Anti-Rightist Campaign. The devastation of intellectuals in 1957, fearing a Hungarian-style intellectual revolt, the CCP initiated the rectification and anti-rightist campaign. Mao employed a luring snakes out of their holes tactic, encouraging intellectuals to critique the party, only to label them rightists when they did. By May 1958, official figures reported 3.178 million people branded rightists, with 22,071 rightist groups and 4,127 anti-party cliques identified. After the Cultural Revolution, the CCP began rehabilitations in 1978, removing the rightist label from 552,973 individuals, with a misclassification rate of 99.998%. By the mid-1990s, fewer than 1,000 rightists remained. This suggests that approximately 2.62 million intellectuals vanished during the campaign, likely dying in labor camps, struggle sessions, or by suicide. Their fates remain a historical mystery. The anti-rightist campaign silenced China's intellectual community, stifling dissent and paving the way for cultural stagnation. 3. Great Famine. A man-made disaster from 1959 to 1961, China suffered a catastrophic famine triggered by the Great Leap Forward. Urban residents survived on rationed food, while rural peasants, after exhausting meager supplies, resorted to eating grass, bark, and, in extreme cases, human flesh.
Estimates of the death toll vary. Declassified CCP files report over 37.558 million deaths, while scholars like Ding Xu, Yuan Longping, and Frank Decatur estimate 35 to 45 million, with at least 40 million likely.
The famine's cause was not natural disasters or Soviet debt, as the CCP claimed, but policy failures.
The one-party system suppressed freedoms of speech, movement, and information, leaving peasants and cadres powerless to correct errors. Exaggerated production reports, reckless directives, and excessive grain requisitions depleted food supplies, turning rural China into a wasteland. 4. Cultural Revolution. A decade of catastrophe. The Cultural Revolution, 1966-1976, launched by Mao and the Central Cultural Revolution Group, was the zenith and tragedy of his era.
Intended to purge capitalist roaders within the party, it spiraled into nationwide violence and chaos. Traditional culture was demolished, artifacts destroyed, and millions persecuted. Death toll estimates vary. Fairbank suggests over 1 million, Ding Xu estimates 2 million, Su Yang calculates 750,000 minus 1.5 million rural deaths, and R.J. Rummel posits 7.73 million. In 1978, Yi Jianying reportedly cited 20 million deaths and 100 million persecuted, though this was not officially documented. In 1980, Deng Xiaoping called the death toll astronomical, hinting at an even higher figure. The Cultural Revolution not only claimed lives but also fractured social trust, leaving wounds that persist. Conclusion. The Heavy Toll of History Together, Parts 1 and 2 chronicle the Mao-era campaigns, from suppression to the Cultural Revolution, that caused an estimated 60 to 80 million unnatural deaths and afflicted 250 to 300 million people, over half the population. While data varies due to limited records, the scale of tragedy is undeniable. Early campaigns eliminated old elites, the Korean War and 5 anti-drained resources, purges and anti-rightist silenced intellectuals, and the famine and Cultural Revolution pushed suffering to its peak. Historical research continues, with many truths still buried. These numbers compel us to ask not only what happened but why, and how to prevent such tragedies in the future.